Welcome back to Trading Rolly. Bitcoin current price at time of recording 14,280. Looking good. It's been a nice day for the markets today. So much uncertainty with the elections, but stock market, Bitcoin just pumping. So, at the end of the day, that's what I care about the most. We're going to take a break from the polls and the elections. We're going to do some technical analysis. So go ahead, hit that like, comment, subscribe, tick the bell for notifications. And remember, these are my own ideas and opinions on the market. So please do your own research, trade at your own risk. All right. So last we spoke, we were looking at that monthly close. We didn't quite hit. So the level to beat on this monthly candle close was 13,880, and we closed at 13,816. So we didn't quite get, the highest monthly close of all time, but we are right there, and we're currently trading higher now. Looking good. Your monthly stochastic is up. You're above all moving averages. It's a bullish chart. We're looking for a breakout here. I would like to see some volume pick up. This is something I've been, pointing out. I would like to see the volume increase, but a slow, steady grind up is nothing to complain about either. Your weekly crossed up on the Stoke, also good to see. Above all moving averages, putting in a nice rally of green candles. Your RSI is putting in an uptrend as well on the weekly, and you can see when we are in this bull run here, you could go much higher on that weekly RSI. So still plenty of room to go if we want to pump higher from here. But I would love to see a breakout on that volume. Okay, so above all moving averages, let's look at the Bollinger Bands real quick. The Bollinger Bands, so your resistance is going to be at 13,933. We're currently well above that. About to hit 14.3, guys. It's great to see. Bitcoin could get volatile, so by the time you see this, who knows where it'll be. But you can see I believe we closed this weekly candle above 12,848 was the top Bollinger Band, closed at 13,000. So you closed above, and looking to close another one above. This is very bullish when you're closing above the upper bands, okay? Otherwise, it can act as resistance as well. You can see here, here, and here. But for now, still sticking in those closes above that upper band. Looking good, all right? 14.3. Let's go down to the daily, because everything on the long-term time frames looks awesome. Your daily is in the upper bullish zone on the Bollinger Bands. Looks good. And your stochastics has been, grinding along the top. And we've talked about this in a bull rally. It's common for these to stay up high for a while, and any potential cross down in a bull rally can't be taken too serious. The cross up from the bottom in an uptrend is more of a reliable signal using the stochastics. And if you zoom in closer, you can see we even cross back up on the daily stochastics. So this can, go up and down, just maintaining the bull zone for a while. Your RSI was looking at, its potential bearish divergence on the daily RSI, but we really, we haven't put in a real local top per se. And you can see how in the previous history you have a nice run up, and then even the RSI is coming down here, but the price still moved up, and then you had another rally. You hit that overbought territory, and you had trade zone, and then we went up again. So we look like we could possibly just bounce off of this 70 level here. It's potential. Sometimes this can act as support, and you're putting in that uptrend. You could bounce here and go higher on the RSI on the daily. But we are watching that potential bearish divergence where the price is going up and the RSI is going down. But again, this is like the stochastics. RSI overbought in a bullish narrative or uptrend is not going to be the signal that you're really looking for, okay? Uh, so moving on, let's go over to the moving averages real quick. Everything looks great, guys. What can I say? You maintain this pink 10 simple the entire way. We haven't had a close beneath it. Yesterday, we dipped down beneath it again and bounced all the way above. You have candle closes above the previous candle close on the daily. This one closed above there, so that set us up for another potential. The bulls are in control right now. Could something drastic happen? Yes, at any moment. Anything can happen any moment. But this looks awesome. This was the 2019 top here. We're well above that level there. If we're talking about where could we pull back, we've discussed this point right here, 12,400 zone, meeting the top of that. Often, sometimes when you have a retracement, it'll retest a previous local top. So I have that still drawn. We haven't even come close to testing it. It's there just in case. We've also been looking at this rising channel, and you can see we're hitting up against that upper resistance. We're trading. We closed 2 daily candles above that 13,880 level, which is bullish as well. We're just going to need, and the volume, if you can see that, the volume there is pretty decent here. But we're going to need possibly even more volume to break above this rising resistance on this channel. Otherwise, you could revisit down to that 12,400 level, or maybe come out, chop sideways to come here. We could keep pumping, considering there's not a lot of volume between this level, and we were looking at the weekly candles for potential targets to the upside. You can see the candle close here was at 16,150. That's a potential target if we get a nice breakout. 16,150, 18,950 would be the next going to the upside. So, but like I'm saying, if you zoom out, you can see this falling or this rising channel pretty well. All right. Going back to the daily, I think there was something else I wanted to touch upon. I wanted that volume breakout. Nope, I think everything looks good here. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I can say is there's still that uncertainty. We don't know if Trump or Biden's going to win. The stock market performed really well, and the narrative there is, even though there's uncertainty with the president, the Senate was taken by Republicans, the House by Democrats. But since it's not a blue wave where, Democrats took the House, Democrats took the Senate, and then they're going to take the presidency, a blue wave where they control everything, we're not going to see that, which makes people more comfortable that there won't be these crazy increases in taxes. You won't have the corporate tax raised or the capital gains raised, because they're going to have to fight in the Senate. If it was a majority blue wave, they could have just pushed through anything they wanted, but now they're going to have to go through the process, and it might not happen at all, or it might take a while. So this encouraged the investors, and you can see real quick what a bounce on NASDAQ. We're looking at the S&P. You also had a beautiful bounce there. Your stochastics crossed up from the bottom on the daily, both the S&P and the NASDAQ. So things are looking good for the stock market. Potential symmetrical triangle. You're going to need to break this lower high structure. And if you can, we could be looking at just a massive macro symmetrical, triangle breakout, or, kind of bull flag type situation. We could go much higher. So a strong stock market can't be bad for Bitcoin. If the stock market starts dumping hard, we have to be concerned. We've seen Bitcoin kind of decoupling and doing its own thing. So it might not, but you know, we will be cautious if we see the stock market dumping and the Bitcoin dumps. It won't be that big of a surprise because on the, you know, these large moves, Bitcoin tends to move with the stocks, but only in the large significant moves like, you know, the dump back in March. Otherwise, Bitcoin's just, you know, pushing up. We got so much bullish news, and on top of all of the bullish news, you know, with the huge companies buying Bitcoin, putting it on their balance sheets, PayPal, etc., the bad news with BitMEX and some of these exchanges getting hacked hasn't even dropped the price. So in a bull market, good news pushes the price up. Bad news doesn't really affect the price. In a bear market, bad news will dump the price and good news doesn't affect the price. So I think we're in a bull market. Until we see some kind of downside, there's not much else to say. Like I've been saying, you know, I wouldn't short Bitcoin. It's just we're in a strong uptrend. So it's not something you want to be shorting. Let's look at the 4-hour and wrap it up. Okay, so Bitcoin 4-hour pushing on that upper band resistance. We're right around it. It's at 14,243 on the 4-hour. We're at 14,260. Possibly get another close above that. You know, like we had here. You had that nice little rally there. Looking to the support, we're above all moving averages. What, you know, bullish. Let's your stochastics. It was hinting at a cross down and it's cross backed up on the 4-hour. Your RSI looks like it's breaking this downtrend that we were looking at. You had a bit of a downtrend there, breaking above. Everything looks good. What can I say? Bull, bull, bull. Okay? Is it interesting when everything's going in your favor? Look, if you're watching these videos, breaking down the indicators can show you the stuff I'm looking at. You know, to feel bullish. And if we were under all of those moving averages or the stochastics were all crossed down, we would be having a different story today. Things look good for now. And until then, yeah, bulls are in control. Ethereum, real quick, breaking out as well. Nice downtrend, broke above there. That's the 4-hour, but you can see that on the daily as well. Nice candle close above, and your stochastic crossed up. Ethereum 2.0 is going to drop in December, so could be some nice hype that comes there. Could that mean the altcoins start to rally? They're going to need some help. Haven't seen anything significant to be calling, you know, an altcoin season yet. Hopefully, Ethereum can lead the charge. Possibly Bitcoin chops around this level some more. Maybe it comes down here. Maybe we, you know, chop sideways, kind of like how we did back here or how we did here. And during that chop, you could see the altcoins have a turn. Well, you know, why don't I just look at it real quick? The Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance on the daily has been on a huge rally there. So you're overbought and your stokes are high, I think. And also you can see this price level, this price range here. We're coming up. So this was support here. You could say it's flipping as like, you know, a resistance level. I think this could come down at some point. Usually you can see even RSI works on the Bitcoin dominance chart. So pretty soon it'll probably come down, and hopefully that coincides with an altcoin rally. Time will tell, my friend. All right, that's enough for me. Hit that like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.